Now that's just plain false. 2026 has started off with a bang with a lot of videos coming out. I don't know if they're AI generated or what the deal is. It's got some misinformation in them or they're just wrong. Today I wanted to do the video on suitcase sizes, changes that are coming in 2026, the universal bag size for all airlines, covering all of those with carry-on suitcases, personal item bag. For your next trip, you can pack your stuff without stress and know that if you want to take a carry-on suitcase and not check a bag, you're going to be fine. Stick around, I'm going to get into all of it. I'm that pilot wife lady. We have been traveling for 25 plus years, 99.9% of the time with a carry-on suitcase only and a personal item bag. I have a little bit of experience changing bags over the years, what's going to work, what's not. The first thing would be there is nada, nunca, not a universal carry-on suitcase size for every airline. I will list in the description today some of the major airlines, their bag specifications. But if you are planning on traveling with a carry-on suitcase only, these are a couple of mine. That's my pilot husband. Do not recommend one of those. They weigh a ton for the rest of us. Carry-on suitcases for a majority of the airlines, you will be safe if you keep your carry-on suitcase length 20 inches to 22 inches. You will get on board and fit in the overhead bins if it's between that length. And that includes the wheels to the top. You should be good. I did get a comment on a past video where they had purchased a Samsonite 23-inch. That's getting a little long. If you are set on having that particular suitcase, before you take the tags off, make sure you check the airlines that you fly frequently so that you don't get stuck having to check that bag. The first question that I get often is, why the heck would you want to travel with carry-on suitcase? Check the bag, be done with it. You don't have to stroll it around the airport and you're good to go and you get on the other end. Totally get that, especially if you like to pack a lot of things and you want a larger suitcase. You do you, absolutely. For us, there are times where we might be the last ones on the plane. We don't know if we're going to get on the plane. At this, I can make sure my bag is always with me. If you are a carry-on suitcase person, let me give you some perks of doing it that way. First perk of a carry-on suitcase is you can skip the check-in line. Check in online on your desktop, or if you have the AIRLINE app, I hope you have your airlines app on your phone, then go ahead and check in 24 hours before. You can skip that line because you'll have your boarding pass on your phone ready to go and you can head to security. A side note to that is a lot of the airports now are updated where they have facial recognition that you don't even need your boarding pass. You would walk up, give your ID, or put your ID into a scanner, face scan through like the iPad thing that they've got going on you go. Number two, when you check in a bag, it's always weighed at the check-in, and a typical standard is 50 pounds. Again, check with your specific airline. But 50 pounds, anything over that, you're going to start to incur big fees. We already have to pay to check in our bags to begin with. To add an additional $50, $75, $100 on top of that because it goes overweight, that's a real bummer. With a carry-on, you're kind of limited because it's number one, the size, and two, make sure you can lift it over your head and into the bins. That's kind of an indication as well as like, well, if I can't lift it, it's not going. It relieves all of the overpacking issues because only so much is going to fit in your 20 to 22 inch suitcase. We also have width dimensions or depth. Those will be listed below in the descriptions too. Make sure you can lift it before you go and you're good to go. Another good way is if you have a scale, like this is a travel scale, has a digital readout. You just lift, tells you what's at the top, so you know what the weight is before you even go, so you don't even have to guess. Another way to do that is scale that you have at home. Stand on it, pick up your suitcase, subtract the difference, or if you have one that's wide enough, just stick your suitcase on it and weigh it that way. 2 easy ways before you even leave the house to see how much it weighs. Let's talk about the bag sizers that you see in airports. A lot of them are starting to disappear, but they're still here or there. When you would have to take your suitcase, make sure it fit in the sizer. If it fit, you're good to go. If it didn't, you got to check it. There are airlines now that are going more towards the gate agents checking your bag size as you go through to get on the plane. American is one of those airlines that has gotten rid of their sizers and rely now on their gate agents. It's kind of an eyeballish, and is usually if you are not drastically oversized, like if you have one of those expandable where you can unzip to make it wider, and if it's bulging, you're probably going to get asked to check your bag. It depends on the number of bags that are being checked that flight. I've been on flights where there's been plenty of open bin space, no big deal, they're just going to let us get all on. There's been ones where there's announcements of if you are in zone 6, 7, 8, or 9, plan on checking your bag because we're going to run out of room, because they've already checked so many in, and the gate agent is in charge of getting that flight out on time. We take a lot of time when we all are carrying our carry-on bags and putting them in the overhead bins. It takes us longer to board. There's that call also as we get later into the process. If gate agents see that they're not going to make time, we're going to be late, they'll probably start checking bags also. So there's a lot of different pieces that go into this of why we would have to check our bags at the last minute, even when we went carry-on. The next piece are portable chargers. Those have become a big deal recently. Having those in your check luggage is a big no-no. And those videos where you've seen that, that's becoming more and more prevalent on all airlines. If you're carrying portable chargers, they want them with us. Not even in our carry-on bags, because like I said, if they get gate checked, they want them in our personal item bags with us at all times. If I'm traveling with more than just myself, I'll bring 2. The other thing to notice when you do a portable charger is get a reputable brand. I will put mine down in the descriptions if you're looking, because a lot of these have had recalls, caught fire. By getting a reputable brand, it's peace of mind. And they usually come with a few more amenities. Like this one is a stand one, which I like. MagSafe case, but if someone's using it that doesn't have a MagSafe case, it also has the USB-C ported, so you can charge it either way. And then also it charges multiple devices if you have the same ports. They have adapters that you could also use. Another note to point out is when you're looking for the amount of power, aim for 10,000 mph, a less voltage, because they all have a bunch of different numbers, and usually I think more is better, more power, charge quicker, more dependable, longer lasting is the way to go. This was a Fast and Furious Fly Day video to quickly update you on some of the things that I've been seeing that aren't quite accurate, which is a great lesson for us to know who you're watching, know what you're reading, maybe do a little background research on your own to make sure that you have all the right information for the way you travel that will make your travel day so much easier and stress-free. We all want stress-free. I want stress-free. I assume everybody else does too, but maybe not. Maybe you like live at that high stress level. And if you stick between the 22 inches in length, you should be good to go. About under 15 inches in depth. I'll also put in their centimeters. I know not everybody's from the States. If you have any questions, anything to add, please put them in the comments below and I will try and answer them as best I can, or maybe the community can help too. I'm Andrea with a glimpse of good travels, that pilot wife lady, sharing all things travel so that you can travel well, travel light, and travel in your kind of style. Happy travels. Number two. But also, darn it. Blah. Gosh, my brain is mush today. Keep you pinging. Keep you pinging.